Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syaratu Najiha binti Abdullah and my number matric is A23A1459. Today I would like to present about the introduction for this study. We analyze a data set of 496 medical insurance policy holders using statistical data analysis technique. The data include variables such as age, gender, BMI, number of children, smoking status, region, and insurance charges. The purpose of this analysis is to identify patterns in insurance charges and determine whether demographic factors, specifically gender and region, have a significant influence on insurance costs. By applying both descriptive and inferential statistical method, we can gain a better understanding of the factor related to insurance pricing.
Now, I will explain about the sampling process. For the sampling process, we use the simple random sampling method in SPSS. The highest last two-digit student ID number among our group members was used as the population size, which is n equal to 99. Meanwhile, the lowest last two-digit student ID number was used as the sample size, which is n equal to 04. To perform the sampling, we selected data, then select cases, and choose random sample of cases in SPSS. The software then randomly selected the required sample from the population. This method ensures that every observation has an equal chance of being selected and helps reduce sampling bias.
My name is Nur Amir Alia binti Mama Asri. My matric number is A23A2204. Next, I will explain about descriptive statistics. The key finding: most policyholders have approximately one child on average. The mean of children is about 1.05, while the median is 1, indicating that most respondents have a similar family size. The variation is relatively low, with a standard deviation is about 1.19. Insurance charts show positive skewness, where the mean is higher than the median. This indicates that a small number of policyholders incur very high medical costs. The variability in charge is high, with a standard deviation of approximately 11,829 ringgit. About one quarter of policyholders pay less than approximately 4,473 ringgit, while half of them pay less than around 9,258 ringgit. The average age of policyholder is around 39 years, with the mean of at approximately 39.15 and the median 39. This suggests a fairly balanced age distribution. The variation in age is moderate, with a standard duration is about 40 and a half years. The average body mass index is approximately 30.66, with a median of about 30.5. This shows a moderate spread, as the standard duration is around 6. Body index value reached from about 50.96 to approximately 49.06. The implication: the high variability and positive skewness in insurance charge suggests that a small group of policyholders contribute disproportionately to very high costs. These situations may increase the financial risk faced by insurance providers. These findings are important for developing effective pricing strategy, risk assessment, and cost management policy within the insurance industry. Figure 1. Pie chart of a region. The pie chart illustrates the proportion of policyholders across different regions, namely North-East, Northwest, South-East, and Southwest. The distribution is not evenly balanced among the region, indicating regional difference in the number of policyholders. These graphical representations help to clearly compare regional participation at a glance. Figure 2. Histogram of charge. The histogram shows the distribution of insurance charge. The data is positively skewed with a long tail extending to the right. Most policyholders have a low to medium charge, while only a small number experience very high charge. The mean charge is approximately 12,903 ringgit, with a standard deviation is about 11,829 ringgit. The shape of the distribution deviation from a normal distribution, indicating that the charges are not normally distributed.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Surada binti Muhammad Zainuddin. I will talk about hypothesis testing and the t-test. Hypothesis testing is a statistical procedure to determine the amount of evidence in a sample of data. It provides a framework for making data-driven decisions and validating assumptions. There are two types of competing hypotheses. The first one is null hypothesis, a default assumption that the population have no effect, no difference, or no relationship. The second one is the alternative hypothesis. The population of the data are assumed to have some difference or relationship. The process of hypothesis testing: firstly, we must determine the null and alternative hypothesis based on the population data. Then, select a significant level as the total amount of needed evidence to reject the null hypothesis. Thirdly, conduct a statistical test to calculate a p-value from data. After the result has been determined, interpret the results of the test based on the p-value. If the p-value is smaller than the significance level, then the null hypothesis will be rejected. A t-test is a statistical method to determine a significant difference between the means of two groups. It evaluates the ratio of the difference to the data variable. In the hypothesis statement, the null means there is no significant difference between the male and female gender, while the alternative hypothesis means there is a significant difference between the genders. This test is performed using the SPSS procedures and independent two-sample t-test. It uses the gender as a grouping variable. The interpretation of the results show that all of the variables are null because their p-values is lower than their significance level. Due to this, there is not enough statistical evidence of a difference between the two genders in order to reject the null hypothesis.
My name is Nur Maisara binti Abdurrahman and my metric number is A23A2330. Today, I will present the analysis of variance or ANOVA, which was conducted to determine whether mean insurance charges differ across the 4 regions. ANOVA is a statistical method used to compare the means of 3 or more independent groups. In this study, the independent variable is region, which consists of 4 categories, while the dependent variable is insurance charges. The objective is to examine whether regional location significantly affects insurance charges. The null hypothesis #0 states that there is no significant difference in mean insurance charges among the 4 regions. The alternative hypothesis #1 states that at least one region has a different mean insurance charge. The significance level used is 0.05. Based on the descriptive statistic, Region 4 recorded the highest mean insurance charge at 13,113.87, while Region 2 recorded the lowest mean at 12,645.78. However, the differences between the regional means are relatively small. Before conducting ANOVA, 11 tests was performed to check the homogeneity of various assumptions. The p-value obtained was 0.546, which is greater than 0.05. Therefore, the assumption was satisfied and the ANOVA analysis could proceed. The ANOVA result showed an f-value of 0.032 and a p-value of 0.992. Since the p-value is much greater than 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This means that there is no statistically significant difference in mean insurance charges among the 4 regions. Although slight difference exists in the average charges, these differences are likely due to random variation rather than regional effects. In conclusion, regional location does not significantly influence insurance charges in this dataset. Other factors such as age, health condition, smoking status, and individual risk profile may have a greater impact on insurance charges. Thank you, that's all from me.
In conclusion, the analysis found that insurance charges vary considerably among policyholders, indicating that some individuals incur much higher medical costs than others. However, the result of the independent two-sample t-test and one-way ANOVAs show that there are no statistically significant differences in insurance charges based on gender or geographic region. Therefore, we conclude that gender and region are not major factors affecting insurance. charges in this dataset. This finding suggests that other variables may have a greater impact on insurance pricing and should be explored in future studies. Thank you.